Hello and welcome. I'm Crypto Dummy, and this is Crypto for Dummies Like Me.
Mission statement, not financial advice. And remember, this guy's a bit soft in the head.
Today's episode, freedom of speech and freedom of movement. There's a lot of people out there talking about it, and I'd like to touch base on what I think about it. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll realise that I do like Pulse Chain, Hex, Richard Hart, and the whole community, hence the backdrop today. It's pretty cool. For me, Pulse Chain and Hex is not just about making money. It's about freedom of speech and freedom of movement. There are a lot of people out there at the moment trying to help us understand that our freedoms and liberties are slowly disappearing. People like Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy, I hope I pronounced that right, Tucker Carlson, Russell Brand, Richard Hart, just to name a few.
I'm hearing Crypto Dummy supports our MAGA movement, so I'd like to support him. Hex, Pulse, and Pulsix coming to a town near you. Let's make America and the rest of the world great again. Let's fight for our freedom of speech and movement. Vote MAGA.
They are all calling out the injustices in their own ways and all being painted as the bad person. Strange upside down world we live in. Richard Hart, you say? Isn't he just an eccentric millionaire that loves showing off all his gains over the years? Not always. Yes, he loves to show off all his gains, but wouldn't you if you'd worked hard for them? He likes to throw things in people's face because it grabs people's attentions. If he was just boring, no one would follow him. But today I'd like to show you a couple of videos of the real Richard Hart that I see.
And she now sort of draws people's attention to things like the great reset with regards to where they're going to crush the economy and turn us all into slaves of central bank digital currencies.
Aren't they kind of already doing that? I mean, you've got helicopter money has made it so that everything is more expensive than it's ever been. No one's wages have kept anywhere near up with increases in prices. They take your money through the form of taxes, and then they dribble a little bit back to you in the form of stimulus. And so instead of taking less and just leaving you in control, they make you beg for your own money. And then they basically put you in prison so that you're not allowed to move anymore. That is a crime, I thought, to restrict someone's movement was false imprisonment. You go to jail for that. Kidnap somebody, you go to jail for that. But now, apparently, if you just do it at scale with millions of people, no big deal. So now you can't go where you want to go. Yeah, they're winning. And the only good thing going on that I know of is crypto. Everything else sucks.
This is so true. Have you noticed how much things cost now?
So if you can sit in any type of real asset that they just don't print for fun all the time, like the dollar, and then convert as needed, then you don't get wrecked holding the dollar. Like if you had $100,000 of savings 10 years ago, well, guess what? The interest rate you earned didn't meet inflation. You lost money saving. Which solves problems like the one you saw in Canada, where you buy a sandwich for someone at a political event, and now they seize your bank account. Yeah, that happened.
I remember.
Canada seized people's bank accounts for buying sandwiches for other people performing a peaceful.
Horrible situation.
Crypto solves that. Like, there's so many things wrong with the world right now, and one of the only good things out there that's solving some of those things is cryptocurrency.
Also true. It's getting harder to save money, and the banks only give you loose change as interest while they make record profits. That's unfair.
But are they even allowed now? Hasn't it been banned? That kind of thing?
I have no idea. I hope not. But hey, I don't watch it.
No,
so.
exactly.
But I don't like when things get banned.
And they imprisoned him there for 6 days.
Yeah.
Now, you're right, what you said earlier. 3 years ago, this would have been international news, an outrage, abuse of power. And now we've come to accept this as the normal thing.
But I mean, I choose the battles I'm going to fight because this isn't going to be the hill that I die on, right? Like I've got that. I'm not going to blow out creating the world's best performing assets by, hopping on a soapbox and yelling at the powers that be to no effect, I might add. I'd rather keep building and gathering up energy until we can strategically deploy capital and get intelligent people elected. So, for me, it's a different game. For people that don't have the future of doing that, maybe the soapbox and yelling is the best way to go for you guys that maybe aren't as financially adept as me. But
Yeah.
It is, I am disgusted by it. It is absolutely, my rights don't stop at your convenience. Disgusting. People forgot, you never thought you'd see this stuff, to tell you the truth. And all the things that people said were never going to happen, happened.
And this is where I'm going to have a little rant, because it's happening more and more. From me buying a car where my payment was blocked for 24 hours because they didn't recognize the person I was buying the car off. But yet they won't give us any cash to buy this stuff anymore. Go figure. More and more controls are coming in. Little old me, who's now over 50, wants to put a little bit of money into crypto in the off chance that it might make my otherwise poor retirement that little bit better, have my bank accounts frozen, and contacted by the frauds department to please explain what I was up to. And we're not talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. We're not even talking tens of thousands of dollars. We're talking a few $1,000s, and I hope that I might make tens of $1,000s or maybe $100,000 later on down the track when crypto becomes a proper thing. And now we wouldn't even be doing this stuff if the banks and everybody else were giving us a fair go. So if we don't do something about it now, we're going to be entombing ourselves in our own prisons. That's it. What else can I say?
So I do this for free. I can charge a little money for this stuff. But instead I give it to you guys for free because I love you guys. Now, as you know, we got the world's largest airdrop, pulsechain.com, and we have the coolest, highest liquidity automated market maker exchange called pulsex.com. It's generated about $1 billion for people supporting the political statement of freedom of movement and freedom of assembly, which are guaranteed in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. You can't generate political change if you can't gather with each other and speak and share ideas. The difference between being in prison and not in prison is who you get to hang out with and where you get to go. And if someone's controlling where you get to go, that used to be called false imprisonment, that used to be called kidnapping, but apparently now if you do it at scale to enough people, it's not a crime. Crazy. I don't get it. You know, you, honest person, never committed any crimes, now you can't go where you want to go anymore. I don't know about that. Doesn't seem fair. Doesn't seem fair.
Okay, for those who are interested, I will be giving away 3 million PLS tokens. So 3 recipients will receive 1 million PLS tokens each. How do you get involved? If you want to get involved, you must subscribe to this channel. You must follow me on TikTok and write down in both of the comments on both channels, show me the money. Once you do this, then you'll go into the draw. The more times that you paste or promote me, the more times I will put your name into the hat to win the prize. And don't worry if you're not into crypto and don't know how to do it, I will support you. I have videos showing you how to download the products, or reach out to me and I'll help you get there when the prize comes to make sure you get it into your account. Now, just as a disclaimer, at the moment, 1 million PLS is worth around about 45 to 50 US dollars. So don't think you're going to get rich right now. But what will it be in a year's time if things go well? It could be $500, $5,000. Who knows where it will end up? So get involved now if you want to. Show your support. And let's get things going, guys. Let's do this.